Good day, and welcome to another edition of the Military and Foreign Affairs Network. I am your host, the voice of reason. Today, February 22nd, 2022, we continue to monitor the ongoing crisis between Ukraine, the West, and the Russian Federation. And as you can see, I have a new map of the ongoing force construct of the Russian armed forces around the Ukraine. This has been provided by our good friends over at the Rondelli Foundation. Very, very good Russian military trackers, and I believe this information is fairly accurate in terms of the current forces arrayed against the Ukraine. So, what has happened in the last 24 hours? So basically, as most of you have been watching on the news, it would appear that Vladimir Putin has acknowledged the two eastern separatist republics as independent states and has now requested the Russian parliament that Russian forces be utilized externally. And we now know that additional Russian forces are now moving into the eastern separatist zone. So the big question is what is going to happen next? And I think this map is indicative of just the sheer amount of combat power that we can see arrayed against Ukraine. And I'm going to start in the south near the Crimea and around Crimea and talk about this current force construct, which may be up to 70%, if not more, of the Russian maneuver battalions that have been arrayed against Ukraine. So, first, we have elements of the 58th Combined Arms Army. That have been moved from the southern military districts around the Caucasus in southern Russia into the Crimea. And again, we're looking at anywhere between 12 and 17 battalion tactical groups consisting of the 20th Motorized Rifle Division, 42nd Motorized Rifle Division, 19th Motorized Rifle Division, and a host of other units as well. And again, that is probably the largest force in terms of area of operations when you consider just battalion tactical groupings alone. As we head to the northeast, and these are the forces that are now moving into the Donbass, and that consists of the 8th Combined Arms Army, normally the 150th Mechanized Rifle Division or Motorized Rifle Division is permanently based very close to Rostov, and we believe that some of those units, along with Spetsnaz units, have been deployed into the Donbass. And again, the forces arrayed towards Donbass are 7 battalion tactical groups with an estimated 3 to 4 battalion tactical groups actually currently inside of the eastern separatist areas. Next, we have the 20th Combined Arms Army consisting of the 3rd Motorized Rifle Division with approximately 7 battalion tactical groups. And I would say that the forces arrayed near Kharkiv, however you want to pronounce it, again, are probably going to utilize all of these forces arrayed in kind of this northeastern quadrant here. So again, the 20th Combined Arms Army with 7 battalion tactical groups with the 3rd Motorized Rifle Division that is traditionally also based near the Ukrainian border. Next is the 1st Guards Tank Army, and that is positioned between Belgrade with the possible access of advance towards Kharkiv, and that consists of both the 4th Guards Tank Division and the 2nd Guards Motorized Rifle Divisions. These were the units we've seen on some of these TikTok videos that would indicate that these units are very, very close to the border of Ukraine. and again are in a deployed status that would indicate they are very right now they are very high readiness and ready to jump into Ukraine, and that consists of anywhere 6 to 11 battalion tactical groups. I'm more inclined to believe it is that higher estimate of about around 11 battalion tactical groups of the 1st Guards Tank Army in this locale. As we continue to the northwest now, we have elements of both the 6th and 7th, I'm sorry, the 6th and 2nd Combined Arms Army with another 6 battalion tactical groups consisting of the 47th Tank Division. This unit was actually the 6th Tank Brigade and is transitioning to an actual tank division as we continue to see the expansion of the Russian armed forces in terms of going to more of a divisional force construct away from some of these brigade units that they had been operating with. Additionally, the 138th Motorized Rifle Brigades, the 25th Motorized Rifle Brigades, and the 200th Motorized Rifle Brigade as well. And this is a Arctic combat unit that was brought all the way down from near just south of Murmansk. So a very capable unit in terms of operating in some of this inclement weather that we're currently seeing. Further north, we then have the 41st Combined Arms Army. This is a very large force consisting of both the 144th Motorized Rifle Division, which is traditionally based near the Ukrainian border and up towards Smolensk and other areas such as Yelna. Then we have the 90th Tank Division, the 35th Motorized Rifle Brigade, and the 55th Motorized Rifle Brigade as well. And these units, again, are coming from the far east near the Mongolian border past the Ural mountain range. And again, 10 to 13 battalion tactical groups very close to the tri-border area. Again, as we continue to move now west into Belarus, the deployed forces are as follows. The 36th Combined Arms Army with 6 battalion tactical groups, and the 35th Combined Arms Army consisting of 6 to 7 battalion tactical groups as well. Now, what we're not seeing that are also factored into this equation is the VDV, or the Russian Airborne Forces, which are also arrayed now very close to the border with Ukraine, and that could be an additional 20+ thousand forces with several more battalion tactical groups that could be operating independently and or with many of these other army groups that could at some point jump across the border. And to the west, these are more or less Belarusian units that probably will not see action and will probably be utilized to protect the Belarusian border, predominantly towards Poland and Lithuania as well. And then down south, we have the Transnistria. Again, very small element of the Russian armed forces. There had been talk of a possible Russian operation within the vicinity of this area. My understanding, this unit is in not very good shape. It's very difficult to resupply this unit, train this unit, and support this unit, giving some a variety of factors, such as just the inability of the Russian armed forces to supply this unit, given that Ukraine basically completely surrounds this area, and then you have Romania, which is obviously a NATO member further to the south. So again, I do not believe this unit will be part of any sort of operational support for the any possible upcoming operation. But that is the forces right now that we believe are arrayed against Ukraine. I had more of a simplistic view with the Google Maps that I had provided earlier. But again, this is more of a detailed and probably a much more accurate estimate of those forces arrayed against Ukraine. And again, given the fact that he has deployed approximately 70% of the total combat power of the Russian Federation. And again, what we're seeing here are ground force components. We're not seeing all the VDV, the airborne formations, and obviously the Spetsnaz formations as well that have been deployed. Additionally, we're not seeing the Russian National Guard, which also has significant forces, quite possibly 20 to 30,000 deployed towards Ukraine that would be following in these forces in case of an invasion. And obviously, we also have naval and air force assets as well, probably a little bit further from the border, but nonetheless, we would see those forces also involved in any Ukrainian operation. But again, because of this vast array of forces that we're now seeing that are in now a fairly high readiness state, all positioned towards the Ukrainian border, we're probably going to see something additional happen. We may see some sort of escalation, but I would find it hard to believe that Vladimir Putin would move all these forces to their current locales if his only intent was to move some of these forces, some of these battalion tactical groups into the eastern separatist area. So again, very fluid situation that we will continue to monitor and report on. I hope this gives fairly good insight in some of the force deployments that we're seeing. And again, more to come very, very soon. Have a good day, everybody.